Yes, guys, to whom it may concern, within the sort of people that believe you should grow your hair, grow an afro, locks up, whatever, to whom it may concern with those people, right? Like, 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 I remember like a Rasta man came up to me on Bow Road. I believe he was a Rasta. He wasn't a dread. There is a difference. So with like scene, because it's quite difficult to tell the difference sometimes, and it's kind of like that's another story. That's another story for another post, man. But there's a lot of fake people out there, that are just doing something for fashion, and it's hard to tell, you know. But like me, when I do something from like a like me being me, and do you know what I mean? Just how I've been, how I've lived for the last 41 stroke, going on to 42 years. Right. And like when this dread man came up to me on Bow Road, he said something to me and I just responded to him. I said to him, yeah, but I never grew up in the culture. And I think he may have interpreted it as like, I never grew up like in a Caribbean or like something culture, right? But that's not what I'm saying to him. Like, I grew up in a Caribbean household, Caribbean food and whatever else, yeah. Caribbean family background, whatever, yeah. What I was talking about was like, I never grew up like in the Rasta spirituality or the Rasta way of life at all. Yeah, that's what I meant by that. And I remember like I was watching like I was just scrolling through, I'd see a Bob Marley video. You guys will know the name of the video. And it had a young kid in there, like the kid was a little light-skinned kid. It's probably his own kid, And the kid had the kid was locked up, and the kid was about 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old, getting on an aeroplane, going on holiday in Jamaica and all that sort of thing. Right? And something just hit me. Like, I'm someone, there are these people, they will be great for you. Great, yeah? But as soon as they come out the womb, you literally need to be locked in their hair. And I'm not just talking hair-wise either, I'm talking metaphorically. You need to be straight training them straight away, as soon as they come out the womb. It's like I've got a friend, like, I've got two people where as soon as their kid entered the world, they had an Arsenal top on them straight away. Yeah, because they said I weren't having no, like, in my house, like my son supporting Tottenham and all this kind of business. No, I'm not having that. I'm putting an Arsenal top on them. I'm taking Highbury straight away, Now they're joking, but yeah, the indoctrination starts from when you're born, right? So, like, when I saw that video, I was like, boy, I never went through or had any of that. I've had to, and I'll tell you what I've had. Yeah, like, my stepfather, love him, like, he, I think it was with my mum since from when I was the age of 4, yeah? So I'm not going to bust this single parent, whatever rubbish, yeah? Right. And all I can remember of my father, is I know he had dreadlocks. I know he was a Rasta, so I was told. I remember I used to love playing with him, and he came round for me one day in his car, took me out for a little drive. Yeah, so I could have only been 3 or 4 years old at that stage, right? And yeah, I remember I used to love playing with him. But then I remember a little time passed by and I was like, where's my dad? Like, he weren't coming back. And then I remember, like, we sat down for a Sunday breakfast, as you do. And, there's eggs, there's bacon there and everything and all that. And all I remember, this is one of my earliest memories, yeah? All I remember was, like, running around a dinner table, yeah, because I used to be a bit mischievous then, yeah, right? running around. Didn't say, I'm not eating that. My dad said I ain't eating bacon. I shouldn't eat bacon. My dad told me I shouldn't eat it. My dad told me, whatever, yeah, right? And then I remember I got a cuff around the ear by my stepdad, right? And that made me sit down, right? And from that day, I don't think he said your dad's not coming back, but he never did come back. I think he came back to me, and I'm not having a go at him because you know what? I've been through some stuff and I've seen what systematic separation, sometimes it's systematic, you can be separated from you guys and you're getting your life together and things like this. So I love him to bits, like just as if like he wasn't missing all that time, But yeah, like that was the main memory of my father. I think he came to my house when I was 9 years old and gave me £50. I think he came with one of my brothers when I was about 13 to my house. After that, I never saw him again until I was 26 years of age. So in that time, 26 years, it's a quarter of a century. I already had a kid by then. I already went through a lot of stuff. I'm not going to go into details, but just mind-altering, life-changing things, what anyone goes through. And all of these years, of course your mind wanders from time now and again. Oh, shall I contact my dad? Shall I get in contact? I wonder what he looks like. Oh, how comes he doesn't check for me? All these questions running around my head. But you know what I mean? I got on with it and I just had to live my life and do it my way and follow my mum. Do you know what I mean? As best as I can. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So follow my mum. Do you know what I mean? Because if someone ain't there for you or ain't there in your vicinity, you ain't seeing them, all you can do is follow your mum as an image and your stepdad. That's all you can do. Yeah? Right? So, sorry, I've, going on now, like, I'll tell you what was a real sort of, I don't know whether anybody picked up on this, yeah, but do you remember, like, it's about 3 years to the day, like, my grandfather passed away, and I decided I needed to go West End. I needed to go West End. I don't know why. I just wanted to see how many people were going to be chasing me around. I don't know. I just wanted to go West End while my granddad's on his deathbed almost. I had to get out, right? Yeah. I'm there, I'm the only one looking after him, but I had to go out like one day down West End, centre of London. I had this dream of going Leicester Square. I don't know what it was, right? But then I just get on the train, right? And I just get off somewhere. I didn't care where I went to. Yeah, I was pretending, acting to you guys like I knew where I was going, this and that, right? And then I get there and I take a selfie of myself. And you know what the train station says? Gloucester Road, right? Gloucester Road, yeah? And now I look back 3 years ago, I didn't even know, like, all you guys go out to Gloucester. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that, trust me. Yeah, I didn't know that at all. So, like, some people might look at that and think, rah, you know what, yeah? But I didn't know, yeah? But sometimes, the Most High moves you in mysterious ways you just don't even know, But yeah, that was just pot luck for me, like, or whatever, or something else, yeah? Right? So, yeah, I wanted to move on, man. When I went Gloucester or whatever, even though I got my little peanut head, yeah, and I felt completely isolated, and I wasn't really spoken to while I was there, yeah, and I was pretty much treated the same there as I was in the outside world, although people will try and have it different, but I was made to know, like, it was no different to the outside world when I was there, But do you know what? Being quite honest, even though it's my first experience, that I didn't feel out of place, I didn't feel uncomfortable, I didn't feel that I was with people that were different from me. Like, I even felt like jumping in the middle and giving some type of speech. Yeah, starting off with one-on-ones. Yeah, but you know what? Like, obviously, wasn't my place, wasn't my time. Yeah, but that's how comfortable I felt. Not that I would really go and make a speech, but that's how comfortable I felt. I didn't feel out of place at all. I felt I was with my brothers and sisters. That's how I felt. If I'm being quite honest, I didn't feel under no threat, danger, nothing. Right? I didn't feel nothing at all. And actually, the day as well, because it was so hot, it wasn't like a typical English day. It was hot, hot, hot. Like the rain come, the thunder, the drive in there, the blockade in London, everything. Like, it was just like a little bit of a pill. It was like, I don't know, I was a bit spiritually overtook that day, man. I was, man. I was. I ain't gonna deny it. Do you know what I mean? But like, I must sort of retract now and say, like, that was my first experience of how you do it in 41 years. Yeah. You know, like, I remember I used to hear the name Marcus Garvey in songs. Yeah. You know, someone that I should know of from the age of 4, 5. I only got to find out when I decided to take it upon myself and find out about him when I was about 26, 27. Watch a little YouTube documentary about him. Yeah. Like, I think I read up about the spirituality in my mid-20s after sort of meeting my dad. I asked him to tell me a lot more about it at the time, but I don't think he was sort of taking in what I was saying. And also as well, certain things can't be told in a day. Do you know what I mean? They can't be told in a day. They take time. Yeah? Right? But like, you know, I think he gave me a little teaching like the other day, like a couple months back, 3-4 months ago, yeah, right? Which I consider to be a teaching. And that was like the first reasoning or teaching I've heard man to man directly in almost half a century. Yeah. Like, in that time, a whole load of different spiritualities and religions have flooded into my mind in one spectrum or another. In one way, shape or form or other. Do you know what I mean? Which can confuse, which can show you better ways of doing it, possibly, or worse ways. And just let you know there's so many other ways that people can connect to the Most High. You know? So, like, obviously I've had my issues, I've had my troubles, and I'm still going through it here every day, right? But where I draw a line is like, someone said to me, Mark, just continue, you're right, just continue being yourself. Be as close as possible to yourself. Yeah, just be yourself, make little adjustments as you go along, but always be yourself. Do you know what I mean? And I just want to say, like, you know what I mean? Being myself, yeah, like, I've always had short hair, yeah, or like a little number 1 on top, a little number 2 on top with a little ball fade. That's how I've had it. Do you know what I mean? Throughout the whole of my life. Do you know what I mean? And the fact of the matter is, man, like for 26 years, like, I never had no like connection with any of that at all. Do you know what I mean? And had I have come from like a Muslim background or Christian or whatever, well, my family's Catholic, yeah, but you know what I mean, like, from a place that's like deeply religious or whatever, yeah, right? At some point or other, yeah, in this time, all I got to do is step out my door, right? And there's a Muslim there, literally to tell me about what he does and to go in depth and to reason with me. You think no one's talking? No, I wouldn't say no one's talking to me. If I step to a Muslim right now, they'll do all of that for me. Without a doubt. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right? And I'm not from their community as such, in terms of birthright or whatever. Yeah? But they would do that. But that wasn't done from your community. Do you know what I mean? At all. Do you know what I mean? And like sometimes the one you isolate should be the one you talk to. And the one you talk to should be the one you isolate. I'm sorry. Yeah? And for people to not like reason with you and talk to you and stuff like that, like it can, and they are actually your people, like it can hurt a lot more. It can definitely hurt a lot more. Do you know what I mean? And it can be misread and taken in the wrong way. It's like, you know, like just somebody like even like flicking their dreadlocks at me or whatever or something like that. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind if it's like a Muslim taking off their prayer cap or like a Christian person doing something or like a Buddhist person wearing their robe or something like that, yeah, right? Putting it on in front of me, showing me I could do that or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind them doing that, yeah, right? But when I see like someone flicking their dreads at me, I'm like, I'm a human being. I may do what I've done what I've done. But you talk to me, man. You talk to me. Like, do you know what I mean? Not like you, like you just flicking your hair. I find it almost like insulting, like, and degrading, I find it. Not from anything else, but from that, because you're saying that's my people, you're my people, but you wouldn't like even reason with me and then hear me say no and accept me anyway as I am. Do you know what I mean? And it just, yeah, maybe I took it in the wrong way, but it just kind of, maybe because you can't talk to me for whatever reason, but it just, yeah, man, I took it in the wrong way. I took it badly. Like, because me, if it's someone like me now, I'm a fisher of men. I'm a seller of men. Trust me, when I'm ready here, right? I'd be good for any one of you guys. Because like, do you know what I mean? I know how to reel people in sometimes. No, definitely. I know how to reel man in, yeah. Or encourage them to make a step to do something different, right? And you know what, yeah? That's not how, like, I'm fished for. Do you know what I mean? Definitely not at all. You know what I mean? It's with reasoning. And probably understanding that I probably will say no, or for whatever reason, but still loving me and seeing me the same way. And that way, that can change me, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. Listen, this has been swirling around in my mind for like years, couple years now, 2-3 years, after I made a comment about like growing your hair brings you close to your people, this and that, yeah, right. Which it does, it can do, it does, right? But at the same time, man, like, I've had a lot of my life taken away from me, like, you know, and a lot of what I could have been, the levels I could have got to, I found myself plateauing or going down at like a certain level, which is probably not at my level if I played the game again 100 times over, you know. But like, I haven't got much time left in terms of, no, I'm not talking about this minute, but like, you know, I've gone like so many years a certain way. Like, sometimes you just gotta love someone as they are, see them as they are, see them how they are at the end of the day, you know. Because it's like, I'll give you another example. Like, you know, like you've got 5 children, yeah? 3 of them grow up in Nigeria. 2 of them grow up in Russia. The 2 in Russia you haven't seen. I mean, it's extreme. The 2 in Russia you haven't seen. Yeah? right? And when they get together as a family now, 40 years on, you're gonna find the kids that have grown up in Russia, they might not like spice, they might not like pepper salt, pepper soup. It'll be all a bit too much for them. And then they'll have food that you'd be like, yuck. But at the same time, you're sitting around a dinner table, you look the same, you are the same, you move the same, you walk the same, you kind of talk the same. The dialect might be different, but you can feel and see the similarities. You know, that's your people. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they've spent all of their time in Russia. Whilst those other three kids, there's going to be differences, man. There's going to be differences. And sometimes that difference can make the kid coming from Russia into Nigeria, can make him kind of special. Do you know what I mean? Can make him kind of different from the rest in a funny, quirky sort of way. Do you know what I mean? Or like, even simply put, like, I'm sure we're not the only family like this, yeah, but like, you must, like, I'm talking to guys my age, you must have like your mum and like, they got their like siblings, and half the siblings are like born in the Caribbean, and then the younger half are like obviously born in the UK. And you know there's clear differences. There's clear differences to like my mum and my uncle. Like there's clear differences. Like even though they're like the same mum, same dad, they're just certain mannerisms that go back to the Caribbean. Like it's just different. The way they move, their time clock, everything. It's just different. And that's only because like that one was born in the Caribbean, lived there for like 5 or 10 years, and then my mum's born in England. But you can feel the difference. You can see the difference. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, like I'm gonna I just wanted to get it out. You know, whether sort of I grow my hair or I keep it like this is still up in the air to me. It's still like something I may or may not consider. I don't know. It's my prerogative. Do you know what I mean? But the reason why I came out with this video again is to like not like lead people astray or like just to let you know where I'm coming from, man, and to be real. Do you know what I mean? To be real. Do you know what I mean? Love my father, by the way. I hope he's not upset by this or anything like that. But like he shouldn't be. But like at the end of the day, man, like if you don't see someone for a long time, yeah, like, and then you're under another household or whatever, you know, you have to, you follow that. You follow your mum. You know what I mean? I follow my mum. Do you know what I mean? Simple. You know? Or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And like, to be honest with you, man, once someone's not there at the embryonic stages of, especially for certain people, like I'm one of those people, man, I could be the best at certain things, but you got to catch me early. Like, you got to catch me like early. Like, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's hard to like veer me off, because like if you did catch me early, like my dreads would be down to my knees. Yeah, I can lead from the front certain times when I really want to. Yeah, right. But I'd be leading from the front, my intellect, everything, like I'd be like really, really good. And I am kind of like sympathetic to a lot of what you guys do. And I recognize and I love a lot of what you guys do, yeah. And I'm thinking, do you know what I mean? I could talk a little bit alright, I could box a little bit alright. I've got little things here about me that like I could probably touch on something and help bring up the youth, which I've always got like time for anyway. But like, yeah, man, just must remember, like I'm trying to like find myself, and I'm trying to like just be me. Do you know what I mean? And if this look is me, don't feel despondent. Like when you don't see me growing my hair or whatever, it's because I never grew up in that culture, mate. Do you know what I mean? I never grew up in it. Do you know what I mean? And I just can't like you are who you are. I just can't like all of a sudden you tell me like, oh Mark, you can't like boxing anymore, like, or you can't like this girl anymore, or you can't do this anymore. Like, it's just like, it's not me. Like, I need to be me. Do you know what I mean? And as long as it doesn't harm anyone and it doesn't hurt anyone, you should accept that too. So this is the first video. The next video I'm going to make is about the hair games that have been played. Probably be a bit shorter. Just going to go in one less.